saint till I make your lady shake her. Money make a galactica break, I'll break it down for y'all. The presidents and the residents, you bitches know I did it all. Breaking China like a bull, y'all. Knocking on that great wall. Foreign policy, gun animals are being free fall. Music road, trust control, so you're so feeling bold. Do what I can in Vietnam and turn the war in back to cold. Making friends with Brezhnev, Soviets are being left in the dust in fear. Trust Apollo lines above us. Went to the moon with faking. I hope there's not a break in a Watergate else on my plate. Might not have put the tape in. Alright. It's good to be back on top. I'm the trickiest of pickiest. My power mate is the slickiest. Nicknames on your lips, so impeach my ass, then kiss it. I'm quitting cause I'm bored. I'm pardoned by Gerald Ford. But how the fuck say no truck OTMC till 74? Agnew, bring the bitches. R.I.P. the Gipper, gone too soon. In all of my years of being a rap star, I have never been
Live.
We're live. Welcome,
We're live.
welcome back to episode session 34 of campaign 2 for our allegedly D&D
No way.
stream. Yeah, welcome back. Let's just do a quick sound check.
Hello, this is for the sound check. Whoever's checking it, we didn't really clarify, but you are.
Hello, this is for
Yeah.
the sound check.
I assume
Whoever's
Angus
checking
is
we didn't
doing
really
it.
Clarify.
Don't copy me,
Boop, boop,
Collins.
boop, 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 boop.
We sound
copy
good.
me.
We look good. We are good. We are on
Speak for yourself.
the old.
I look like shit.
Yeah.
It's like 5 days.
And let's jump us back to here, and then to here, because that's where we are. So towards the end of last session, after disembarking from the ship and into a secluded bay, which we shortly discovered was inhabited by harpies,
Boo.
you fucked some shit up there and managed to slay the harpies before
Now, mushy peas.
being not before being
That's
dropped
so
off,
bad.
dropped off
Kick
some
off the
some
group for a
cliffs and
My God, just like,
succumbing to that harpy matriarch's song. But you did survive and were able to climb to the top of the cliffs with your small Goliath army.
Friends.
And make your way most of the rest of the way to the location you believe
What do you mean believe?
is
The
the
area
Durap Castle, the home of the Paragons of Durap, this mysterious cult that regularly
Rap.
ventures into New Dimonos to recruit new members from the desperate and destitute amongst the populace.
Bad job.
He did need to take a night's rest on the journey, spending it in some portions of the woods, and I will just
let me.
for the fun of it, let's get perception checks from the lot of you just to see how that rest goes.
I did just reset.
That's
my
fine. That's fine.
things to long
It's
rest, so
not going to interrupt that rest, but it
okay.
may give you some insights.
I'll also summon my Find Familiar at some point
I have plenty of
after this, but before we
insights.
siege.
A whole 4 insights on my.
Okay.
Help us,
Right.
Detritus. Hey!
The Detritus had his cereal this morning.
He did. Now,
Detritus.
Casimir and Delilah don't seem to note as much. It's been a tiring day of fighting harpies and hiking through woods and things like that. Detritus, you definitely hear throughout the course of the night almost an unusually high presence of the howls of wolves. The
Oh my
following,
god, cultures of werewolves.
as you,
Angus wouldn't be that to us.
I hope he
as
does.
Well, we
you,
made a friend werewolf
Right.
before.
we'll see.
Who disappeared,
Um,
if I remember correctly.
No.
Maybe went and started a cult and looked for revenge, blaming us for something.
Mm.
He's on the other side of the fucking country, though.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think he only knows Casimir. I think the rest of the characters died, so that's fine.
Yeah.
I think you met Delilah
Did they go back?
Hmm.
and
He met-
Detritus because
I thought he met
yeah,
all
you,
of us.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he met all
No,
of
no,
us.
right. Yeah, but he specifically said, "I
Yeah.
don't like that Casimir guy. I'm gonna get him and start a cult." Maybe
Yeah,
not
yeah,
that one.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm
Start a
the
cult and
out
then
of
get
us
him.
three. He met me first, but you sure?
I can't believe Casimir is the original character.
I know, right?
Good time.
So the following morning, you wake up and resume your journey, and venture into the foothills of the mountain range between to the east of New Dimonos. Following the path that you found that sort of led off the main road and into the woods. And probably by late afternoon is when you sort of round the point of this rocky outcropping. It's long, like yeah, just where the mountain sort of comes down to sort of the ground level. It sort of stretches out into almost like rocky fingers, and it's around the tip of one of these fingers that you come around and you get your first glimpse of Durat Castle. And it's built quite high onto a rocky outcropping sort of towards essentially if you think like those are the rocky outcroppings, there's an additional rocky outcropping that sits deep in the cleft of two of these, and Durat Castle is built on top of it. There's a switchback road or path that leads up to the main gate into this castle. It is largely a ruin. There's the central, or the keep at the far right hand side of it is heavily damaged. From what you can see over the tops of the walls, that's a collapsed tower on one portion of it. The outer bailey wall is damaged in a number of places and has been repaired in some places. Although you can see that the focus seems to have been placed on some of the areas that are more easily accessible. Roll me perception checks, and how would you like to sort of deal with your Goliaths? Are you taking them in with you?
I think the original plan was to leave them as a net, right? Like sort of a safety net outside so that no one gets away.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that's
that
like-
was the
Rather
plan.
than just
Yeah.
swarming the castle.
And
yeah,
frankly, I think that would be easier as a DM. For
Yeah,
Angus,
I
because
do
that's-
too. So I appreciate that friendly planning there. And yeah, roll me perception check.
Perception.
You said less like attention has been paid to the bits that are less easily accessible. What type of attention?
I mean, there's sort of sections of the wall that are there's fairly large portions of it that have been collapsed, but they have been left where it's a more sheer rock face that leads up to it. It would be accessible, but it would be a challenging climb to get to it. The area is sort of closer to the sort of the switchback roads and where it starts to reach up, and around the gate area have been sort of patched and repaired. Some of that in stone, some of that in wood. 22 again from detritus. You can see as well that there's a dense fog that sits probably the last half mile as you approach this castle. There are trees that have died and are twisted and darkened. There doesn't seem to be any grass growing as you get closer.
This place is friendly.
So, from sort of a descriptive purpose, there's like an outer bailey wall that it's quite a long castle. There's like a bulbous portion sort of deep in the cleft, which is where the main keep is, that you can just see peeping over the tops of the walls. And surrounding that, you can see that there's a taller inner bailey wall, and then a outer bailey wall that then stretches further along the outcropping. There's a main gate, a couple of towers, some of them in various states of repair, some collapsed entirely. You can see above the gate there are appears to be 6 people, which are patrolling the wall above and around the gate.
How are they dressed?
They are dressed in deep red robes.
Do you see weapons?
You see spears from being held by a couple of them. You see some crossbows.
What do we want to do? Do we want to are we taking this like head on, walk in, talk, attack, or are we maybe trying to sneak or do something different?
How about we gather some more information? I could send my familiar in, and then they can
Yes.
get the lay of the land.
And then
Okay.
if that doesn't work, we can say hello and ask for information from those guys.
And then kill those guys.
And then kill those guys with the other guy.
Yeah. Baldur's Gate 3, just hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. I'll send a little raven over the keep.
Okay.
I want to find out the numbers, hopefully like the general structures of the buildings, like placements and whatnot. And then, try to ascertain the location of anything close to a leader.
Okay. So I'm just going to check this into Discord, but this just gives you sort of a general idea of the layout of the place based on sort of what I was using for my inspiration.
And you said the walls were Bailey's, right?
Did yeah? Oh, come on. All right. Down. Disco. Does that come through? I don't even know if that is sent or not.
Oh, general?
No.
No. I
Bailey's.
don't see anything.
Okay.
No, let's just... Oh, perfect.
There we are.
Yeah.
So the keep is not
Ah.
accurate in that, but sort of the rough layout of the rest of the walls is.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know, you've got some damage to the walls, and some collapsed areas, roughly where the label that says chapel in that image is.
Mhm.
And rather than having like buildings at the inn, the chapel, the servants' court, the granary storage, that those aren't there. But what you do see is like a lot of small shacks and ramshackle homes that have been cobbled together within the Inner Bailey. You can see that around the Inner Bailey wall and the Outer Bailey wall, where portions have crumbled, that there's wooden platforms and walkways that have been built. Let's take a perception check from your Raven to see how much they can see.
Okay, so I'm still kind of hoping for, rapping werewolves, but it would be especially cool if it was just like a bunch of kind like refugees, and then we had to kill them all.
Natural
that's what
20, nice. Okay.
Mm,
Okay, from 23. All right. So yeah, you. So, okay, well, how am I gonna do this?
Decent. Give us everything.
So yeah, there are 6 people patrolling the walls in that lower left-hand section that you can see there. That first entrance, the doorway is in that sort of bit that goes like that you can't really see. There are above and around sort of where the stable is located on that image. Probably another 9 people in there, all very similarly dressed in these long, hooded, deep red robes. Inside the Inner Bailey, you see probably 3 dozen people, largely humanoids, ranging in age from late teens to elderly. They seem to be milling around and gathering in the sort of central Inner Bailey courtyard. The main keep itself looks to be around 4 stories tall. Like a balcony that sits out above the curved main entrance into the keep. And there's another 2 red-robed individuals wielding crossbows that are stood on there. So the 2 towers, one on the left and one on the right-hand side of the front of this keep. The left-hand one is largely intact. The right has collapsed entirely. In fact, you can see that the portion of collapsed tower is sloped up to an opening on what was equivalent of the 3rd floor.
Seems like
There's another 2 crossbow wielding cultists on the top of the left-hand tower. Smoke is curling from a number of chimneys that protrude from the roof in a number of places.
Is it accessible at all from like anywhere in the rear or like behind the castle? Any possible points of ingress?
As you fly your raven around the further side, that portion is sort of nestled quite close into where the two rocky outcroppings, and then obviously this one is there within it. So it's quite a sheer rock face beyond the keep in an upwards direction. Several
Should we
hundred
scale that
feet.
down into land on the roof or something.
Angus,
Do we
can
have
I?
Featherfall?
Yeah, can I
We
have
do.
Featherfall
Do you have Featherfall?
if you give it to me?
Well, no, that's not how, that's not how it works. If I haven't already
Can I have
given you
Featherfall,
Featherfall, I'm
please?
not giving it to you now.
You know, Featherfall is one of those spells that like this is obviously gonna come in handy, and then you play for like 5-6
Yeah.
years, and it never once comes in helpful.
Yeah.
So no.
And then when you don't pick it, you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is one of those.
I can get down from a fall really easily. I could probably cast fly on like Casimir, and then just Detritus, you could fucking jump in a rage. Take half
Yeah.
damage, you'll
I've
be
heard
fine.
worse.
Let's keep thinking.
Yeah.
What happened to the kill everyone plan?
It's still on the
Yeah, I
table.
mean, we
Do you
could
want to
do
just
that.
march
It's
through
on
the
the
front
table.
door, unga bunga the shit?
But thing is, this is very much a fortress, and we don't know how many fighting men there are.
Maybe
There'll
we
be
can-
less after we're done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The logic
Yeah, we
is
need to
infallible.
figure out a way to do it though. do
Well, I've got a
we-
big sword.
Don't you have an axe?
Yeah, but they have a castle, so
So?
we don't have like
We have a Detritus.
trebuchets sorted or anything.
I am the
Oh, yeah,
or
trebuchet,
siege
Carl.
towers.
Yeah, and I can get past any wall you put in front of me.
And I can
well,
just
we
throw
could do the-
Casimir over the wall.
Probably. We could all just also do the Wookiee prisoner plan. You want to just get inside.
Maybe maybe Detritus could try and join the cult. He's not
Dumb.
too bright.
Yeah. So we could try talking our way in, or we might just. Is there any point into any of the Baileys, Angus, that we could just physically get through?
Yeah, I mean, there's a number of portions of the main the outer Bailey wall that have collapsed. I said that there's a portion around where that label that says chapel has almost entirely collapsed down to the rock level, but it is a fairly sheer climb up
Is
from
doable?
there. It is doable.
How
It's
high?
also sort of in daylight would be in fairly clear view of the guards at the gate. Your approach to that portion of the cliff face would be relatively visible.
What if they were
Is
just
there any?
That's,
Is there any point of like thing we can climb and then get up to any of the outer walls? Because I can get on top fairly easily, and then I could drop a rope or whatnot.
do we have climbing equipment?
Sure.
we have Detritus?
We had a whole ship full of bullshit. We have climbing equipment.
Yeah, I mean there's any portion of the cliff face is scalable up to the walls. It's just a question of
Getting over
how
the walls.
difficult and then what the wall is what sort of state the wall is at the top.
Okay. Well, that might be the Occam's razor. Why don't we just find the wall, climb it, and then fuck shit up from behind? If we can get in like near the castle, so to say. They won't be expecting an attack from the rear.
But I don't know. I feel like we need to find an extra bit to it other than just attack.
Well,
Why?
Detritus can go
Because I
and
feel
join them
like
to
we
get
don't know
inside.
anything, and it's gonna go badly.
Yeah, but
We
that,
go in and talk to
No,
them
we're-
if you want.
we're on
Yeah,
session
okay.
34. It's gonna go bad. It's already gone badly.
Yeah, multiple times. We are 2
Yeah.
characters in.
Fair enough.
I would also say with a natural 20 on your perception roll, as you sort of do a low pass over the inner bailey, you notice sort of quite close to the main door leading into the keep, there is what appears to be a fairly small metal cage, which appears to have someone enclosed within it.
Can I see who?
Would you like to get closer and have a look?
Sure. It's just a little raven.
The raven
That's what it shouts as
swoops
it flies
down.
in.
You see that it is a half elf, female, in fairly familiar robes. They appear to be dressed in the garb of the 7-pointed star.
Burn the whole place.
Wasn't Sarah a human?
She was, yes. This is not Sarah.
Okay, good. I want to make sure.
I
we
don't
can
care. Burn 'em all.
I mean, if we get them on side, it could be quite helpful.
Wait, is this a person recognizable to Delilah specifically? I'm guessing.
Not
Well,
recognizable.
the robes are.
As the person isn't, but the robes are.
Okay.
The Detritus
I've done
would
moderate,
like to try and join the cult, just as my 2 cents.
Okay, well, fuck it. Let's do that then.
He never gets to do subterfuge.
Good. Yeah.
Let's
I'm
just
game for that.
pretend
I'll
we're
even
like-
give you enhance charisma, so you get advantage on saves, on talkie talks, as it were.
Not that.
And then there's your extra wrinkle call. Is that good?
you
Extra
guys,
what?
you guys can try and climb the thingy while I'm doing so.
I mean,
It
I'm-
never
I'm
goes wrong
game
if we
for
split up the group.
Nah,
I'm actually a
I'll
big
go with
fan of splitting up groups. I know it's frowned
For like
upon.
a castle
but-
siege, it seems like quite a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. How long is this castle like out of Bailey
Looks
to
quite-
castle?
Looks quite long.
So
30 centimeters.
Mhm.
Castle for ants.
Yeah, we didn't realize that we could just like step into it. Like,
it's about
It's just
800 feet from end to end.
Yeah,
It's not
nothing.
huge.
Okay.
Can
Yeah,
I-
900 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So Detritus is gonna walk up and try to join the cult.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'll
Casimir?
go with.
You go with. Okay.
You have to look more desperate than that, Casimir. And pick up some dirt from the floor and just put it on your head. That is better.
I mean, yeah. Detritus has like an inn here, given his
I mean,
people
I
has
don't
been
know. I'm kind of
enslaved.
trying to think of an angle for this. Like,
That sounds too much like math. We go and talk to the hippies. Make nice, and then we kill everyone, maybe sometimes. Maybe.
maybe.
And what's
I
the
don't
what's the
know.
Lila doing while we're approaching? Are you coming with, or
I've cast Mage Armor on myself. I'll probably cast Enhance Ability on you. Both of those on
charismatic,
concentration, thankfully.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I could. I'll stick close to the walls in stealth, and No, I'll just fucking come with you. I want to take a peek at this lady.
Yeah, it's just all three of us just walk up, knock on the gate.
Detritus just goes to put some
I
mud
think.
under Lila, but then thinks better and just puts like a tiny little bit on her cheek.
Aw.
Okay. We approach the gates, and Detritus will be singing loudly as he goes, so as to not startle anyone. And when
Now
he sees-
disguise self into a peasant-looking person.
Okay.
Who
Um,
the hell are you?
Should I?
Your dirt
Right.
works.
That's good dirt.
Should I be just myself?
You look like
You can disguise self.
down and out soldier. So, yes. And remember to pretend to hate the Empire or whatever these guys are into.
Whatever these guys love, that's your jam now.
We gonna make good talk and
Yeah.
many friend. And then maybe kill. Hello, Mr. God, man and or woman. How are
My
you
sword is
today?
my sword is under the disguise self illusion.
They try to
Okay, so- As you start making your way closer to the castle, I just want one more perception check from.
I can't keep rolling 22s, Angus. I need it for the.
No, you can't.
I need it for my attacks. 18s will have to do.
15.
You'll get no more
Six
from
will
me, sir.
Okay, so as you start making your way up the first of the switchbacks, which there are, I suppose which bit does it count as the switchback? Is it the corner?
angle,
There's
yeah,
two.
the corner.
Yeah,
That
that's-
switches
yeah.
back.
So there's two switchbacks then. As you're about halfway up the first angled portion of the pathway up, you hear what sounds to be a scuffle coming from the way you had come.
Like behind us?
Yeah, where you'd left the Goliaths.
Oh,
I have my arm hanging on the Casimir. I'll send the Vade over to see what that is.
Okay, as you continue up the switchbacks, and
Um,
Vare
where
swoops
is
off towards where the Goliaths are. You find that they have.
you say all died. I'm gonna be so pissed.
No, they are all fine, but they have encountered some people.
Cultists?
There are two red-robed individuals,
Against like
and
24 Goliaths.
and six just what appear to be commoners, potentially new recruits from the city.
Oh, okay, so they're like arriving.
They are arriving, and
We told the Goliaths
they
not to let anyone
have-
out, but we didn't tell them not to let anyone in.
well, these Goliaths have taken these approaching people as and have basically accosted them and have them pinned down. They are not letting them flee, but they are not letting them approach any further either.
Is there any sign that the
Okay.
guards have noticed this?
They don't appear to have known.
Okay.
Not that you can see. They do appear to have noticed you. And
Oh.
you can see that there's
now have
a little
some
bit
leverage
of.
if something happens. We have somebody of theirs. We could,
I was thinking more so we just... Well, never mind. We'll see what happens.
And I'll speak through Vade and tell the Goliaths to keep them detained.
Keep quiet.
Make sure there's no others.
Only eat one of them.
What the fuck is that talking bird?
You're gonna have to speak through Vade in Goliath kind of way of talking.
yeah.
This
Um,
angry raven.
Detritus says keep.
Use this stick.
Detritus says keep strangers. Make sure no other strangers nearby.
Okay, buddy.
They are very trustworthy.
Thank you. I'll leave Vadi with them for now until I need him.
Okay. So yeah, you continue up the switchbacks, and you see that by the time you run to the last path up to the gate, that there are crossbows trained on you, and a voice shouts down, "Halt! Who goes there? Who are you?"
Hello. How you doing, Sonny Jim? I am Detritus, and these are some urchins, and we hearing you are taking in us people, you people, and friendly people, and we're very hungry and tired. Especially
flavor.
him.
Especially this step back.
Roll me a deception check with advantage because of your
Yay.
enhanced ability.
Thank you, Daddy.
Hell yeah, baby. For extra flavor, I'll be just in like dirty brown robes and have like a blindfold over my eyes.
Jesus Christ.
Without disguise.
I'm just myself, which is an old uniform. like,
Detritus is trying to
Damn
look,
it,
look
I just look
make
like a
himself look
fighter,
pathetic.
really. But
So just doing a really bad Zoolander-esque.
Quick,
I
somebody
don't even
follow
know
me.
which
it's a
dice that was.
fantastic roll, Michael.
I told you I used up
Really
all my
proud of you.
22s.
That advantage really did
Oh yeah,
a
the
lot.
advantage made the difference. They'd be screwed
Yeah,
if
yeah.
we
Who-
didn't have that advantage.
All of the difference.
Who told you of this place?
I think his name was Larry Gate Fort.
And you see one of them, the one who's talking to you, sort of gestures to the other who disappears from behind the wall. Larry Gates. I'm not familiar with that name.
He is friends
Where?
with Castle Moat Hand.
Where are the brothers?
You mean which brothers?
You see his
There's
grip
lots
tighten
of
on
brothers.
the crossbow. Those who told you where to come, where are they?
Oh,
Why are they not with you?
they got a bit slow, said to carry on.
They had to pee. Big bladders.
We had a lot to drink of water.
And blood.
Definitely not blood.
Another turn appears at the gate, or the above the wall, similarly garbed in this deep, sort of dark red robe. This one has a gold chain fastening it, and their hood is down.
When we get
sort of
some
long-
of them robes. They're
Some
very fancy.
long, lank, dark hair, with a scar above one of the eyebrows. Oh, who are you?
Oh, I am Detritus. I hear that this is place for those who not be treated very good, and people not nice to me because I am Goliath, and not nice to him because he smell bad, and not nice to her because she is a little bit strange.
And
Oh,
the
yes,
gentleman
that's
with the crossbow sort of leans across, and there's a whispered conversation for a few moments. Welcome to Castle Durap.
Oh, it is very nice castle. Very good.
He calls down, open the gates. and immediately you hear the shifting of a large wooden crossbeam from the gate, which thuds to the ground before gates. One of the two gates slowly pulls open. One of the red-robed individuals with a spear sort of appears through the doorway and smiles sweetly at you and gestures you in.
Okay.
Can we insight that? Does it seem genuine or like he's trying to pull a fast one on
walk
us?
off and let us away.
I think I know the answer to that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. 17.
It seems genuine.
Okay.
They seem like friendly bunch.
Hmm.
And
As you sort of come in, there's another spear-holding gentleman sort of behind the gate that has remained closed, and as you enter into the first area, they sort of fall in step behind you, and the guy with the gold chain on his robe comes
he's the head rapper.
down.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. If this guy doesn't start rapping, I don't know what we're doing here.
Oh god, it's like a rapping Jesus cult, isn't it?
You have joined us at quite a fortuitous time.
Oh,
We are expanding as always, and always looking for new recruits and those who are searching for a place in this world where others have turned their backs on them. You will not find that we turn our backs on you here.
oh, that's very good. We are excellent recruits, and you don't want to be rude, but you have any food, maybe, or maybe we've been on travel for a long time.
Well, dinner will be served in a few hours, and then we'll get to meet Father.
Or I not seen my father for many years.
Ah.
Why would he be here?
Your father, maybe not, but our father. All of our father.
You're all related.
Not by blood, but a common purpose. He is the leader of our order. He is the one who provides us sanctuary, provides us safety, provides us with love and care.
He like your chief. But
Yes.
with more love and less beatings.
Yes. I'm not sure what your situation is, but
Well, I'm
certainly
here,
less
aren't
beating.
I?
Well, yes, that's very, very true. So I imagine while the details may vary, now the underlying hurt and pain is the same.
So this place, you religious, or you, what are you?
We are not religious in the traditional sense of the word. We honor no gods. We honor our Father.
I
Come.
understand. I don't understand it like.
And as you're sort of walking through the first set of gates, and then the second, and through into sort of the area that's marked with the stable logo and or label in the image that I sent, you do notice that there are now probably 8 who have sort of fallen in step to the side and front and behind you. And as they sort of enter through the doorway of the inner bailey, and you are released into the inner courtyard. The gentleman with the gold chain heads towards the main door of the keep. Rest here for some time. You'll be summoned once it is time to eat.
Okay.
He makes his way into.
You want us to
into
do
the-
anything, or we just sit down?
Just make yourselves at home.
Okay.
He enters through the door of the keep, closing the door behind him. As you sort of look around, you see that your arrival has sort of drawn the attention of many of the poor and destitute people that have made Durat Castle their home and have built their houses and shelter in this inner bailey.
Hello, unfortunate people.
You hear sort of rough, gentle chorus of "Hello, hello,
Nice
welcome."
weather we are having today, don't you think?
It's all right. It's a bit foggy.
Ah, yes. Okay. So you like this father guy, yeah?
And sort of a mumbling and grumbling of, "Oh, he seems all right. Too early to tell." And then someone to the other, "No, he's incredible. His presence is just
He gives you
something that
presents? That is good
I've never
father thing.
experienced. He is kind. He is given us a home, gives us food.
I never experienced father give presents and food. How long you been here?
And there's a range of answers from various people who sort of gathered around you, and you sort of look around and you see that the spear wielding guards have taken up positions sort of around the edge of the inner bailey and are watching the three of you fairly carefully.
I'll still just cling on to whose ever arm I said before. Guy, check in with Groovy. Casimir.
Just go specifically lies
okay.
to people.
Yeah, can I check in on the Goliaths? How are they doing?
You can. And you check in on the Goliaths, you see that one of the red-robed individuals is now dead. About 15, 20 feet away from the Goliaths in sort of the direction of the castle. It appears that he may have tried to make a break for it and been cut down.
Mistake.
Some of the others are now fully bound and sort of back around a tree.
Okay, well, they're doing relatively well. I'm going to send Friday off to that person in the cage. And then they're just going to land on the cage. And then through message, I'm going to try and talk to this lady. I'll give her whatever, like... Does the 7 operatives, like, have some sort of a code to be, like a thieves can't, so to say? Like, I'm
Like, yeah,
here,
like
I'm one of you guys.
Something really obvious, like seven
hello of their
greetings to
own.
you.
Something ideally, like, non-civilians would, civilians wouldn't know.
That's not wink.
Sure. We'll say that there's some sort of verbal 7-pointed star handshake that would be used to identify themselves, although usually the robes do a pretty good job of doing that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're in disguise, you're walking around in robes, can you?
Yeah. I mean, you recognize these robes as they are sort of traveling robes of the order. They are from a sect within the seven-pointed star that travels both Promethea and Aranor, investigating, learning things, sort of almost a bit like the Seekers from Horizon, but less religiously based and more just let's just learn shit because it's what we
Just
do.
Slim shit, baby. Okay, I'll message into her head, whatever the code is. Nice hat, dickhead. And then I'll be like, "You're in a bit of a position. Give me the report. What has happened to you?"
So yeah, sort of glance up at the raven, and you see she's got quite a heavy head wound, and sort of blood has poured down sort of one side of her face, and she's sort of the eyes swollen closed. Well, I was investigating these paragons of Durap. I'd heard concerning things, New Diminos, and set out to try and learn more about. I didn't get too far, unfortunately. I'd followed a few of their number from New Diminos, stayed as far back as I could without losing sight of them. Camped out on the outskirts of castle to try and make notes of coming goings, and was seized during the night.
Have you met the father?
I've not. They have been. They have let me know that he's very keen to meet me. I'm concerned that there is much more to this cult than the eye.
How many fighting strong?
Fighting strong, difficult to say. I've probably seen a dozen out in the day, many more during the night. Some
Give me
of them,
numbers.
some of them have some form of spell casting ability. I've seen them casting light. There are a few who are able to project their voice unnaturally.
Are we gonna kill a bunch of like level 1 characters?
Yeah. Any noteworthy spellcasters?
The ones in the gold chains.
The rappers?
The
No,
Doom
the paragons of Durap. They seem to have the ability to
turn to wolves.
cast hold person. I've seen a hold person cast at least once.
Are they bards
and-
by chance? That would be amusing.
I don't believe so. No. They are
Rocks it with a tape.
they are strange and they are devoted.
Zealots, then. Okay. Once we free you, are you able to fight?
What do you mean if we?
They have taken my book.
Do you know where?
Somewhere in the keep. I don't know.
Is it just you, or were you traveling with anyone?
I'm the only from the seven. I was traveling with a bodyguard, but he was slain when I was taken.
Okay. Okay. Fucking go back to the others. I don't know if I have any other questions for this lady.
Where are you?
No, she's asking me.
You
Well,
got
you're
already.
clearly not a raven. This is obviously you're familiar, and you must be nearby.
Okay, point of order. I'm doing this through message. Can she cast cantrips?
Yeah, I think cantrips are. You don't need your book to cast cantrips. They're the ones that you like have
Yeah,
done
always
have
lots and
done.
lots and
Yeah.
lots.
Okay, so I reanimate my question about fighting. Does she have like firebolt or something? If we let her out,
I have some damage dealing cantrips.
what's
light.
actually-
It's the only spell I know. Okay. If you've paid attention in class, you already know some information about my whereabouts.
Well, you have to be fairly close if you're. Are you casting through your familiar or directly to me?
Through the familiar.
Well, you've got to be fairly close then.
So,
You see a
Very
sort of
toughest.
shift in the cage and cast a eye around the central area. I'm assuming you're one of the three that's recently arrived. Guessing not the Goliath. Probably the one clutching onto the other guy.
No, my
you're well
mysteriousness.
informed for a prison. Is she in the same courtyard we are?
Yes. So she's
Yeah.
you're
okay.
in.
I thought she was on the other side of the wall.
No, so you're all in that inner bailey, which is the sort of the middle bit
Stable,
around further in from the stables. Sort of, but that's where I sort of pointed out that you guys
The
had
main courtyard, yeah, the
um,
green one. Like.
picked up more, but yeah, so where that the
With the
fountain is, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, so she is in a cage, sort of relatively near the what is shown as the steps up to the keep in that image.
Oh, okay. I got her location right, just not my own.
Yeah.
Okay. She hasn't seen the father,
No.
but yeah, okay. Well, we at least know the gold chains are the more difficult ones.
When there's no one over here, Casimir will ask Delilah, do you know this Durant? I don't know, Paragon.
Legally, I have to say that she cannot hear you.
Why
Her
you
senses are in the
mumbling,
way.
Casimir?
Yeah, the sensors are currently in the bird.
Right.
You had to. I mean,
He waits. He waits till after then.
sight and hearing are in the bird, basically. If you
Yeah.
like tap her, then you can get her attention. So feel free to ask your question. Just
Yeah, he's gonna wait till once you're done.
Okay. I guess I'm done.
Yeah,
I don't know if Disney wants to know anything else. So I'm just trying to play by the rules.
Yeah.
They tried
Okay.
just want to smash,
You're the one who wanted to talk, motherfucker.
so I can smash.
The Lola, are you awake yet?
Yes, I am.
He's been asking the last 5
Do you
minutes.
know anything about this Durant?
It's oddly cute.
Paragon? What have you heard about this? I don't.
Apparently, the ones with the gold chains are the stronger ones.
Okay.
Nobody has seen the father yet.
But yeah, I'm trying to ask if like Delilah knows anything about this. So
Gold?
Paragons of Durant or something like that, right?
Do rap.
Durant.
Have I heard anything you know, on a global scale or whatnot of,
Like
of the
what
event?
is
No,
that?
they're quite localized. I mean, you hadn't heard of them until they were mentioned by Giacardi and Carlisle back in Ragged Point.
Did they say anything noteworthy we might not be remembering?
Not really. Just that they were a cult that recruited from New Diminos. They seemed to focus on the poor and destitute, sort of kids that were aging out of orphanages, sort of the elderly, you know, people who had suffered great loss, and were offering them a place of solace, a place of companionship, and
A lot of that sounds great. I just don't like the father aspect. Like as soon as it gets culty, it gets iffy.
largely
Cult.
basic culty stuff. And
Oh, so
you
this is cult.
remember that when you'd spoken to
Oh.
Bick and Leaffoot about it, that Lord Rexingtram was
Indifferent.
had largely turned a blind eye to it because they were sort of doing his job for him in terms of cleaning up the streets of New Diminos, taking the less desirables out of New Diminos and to somewhere else, and they weren't causing any trouble in town, so he was quite happy to just leave them to do their thing. But there were certainly others who had concerns about what was going on. And certainly you you know that they had been gathering people for quite a while.
Mhm.
And the number of people that are here don't seem to align up with the volume of people that had been recruited based on sort of information. And the information that you had got from Carlisle and Bicken and Giacardi was that they were probably sort of numbering in the hundreds strong. But you probably see maybe 25 people in the courtyard, and then another 15 or so in the robes.
Well, if they're getting eaten by father, hypothetically, I know I'm spitballing here, but at least that might only be one monster. If they're like being stashed somewhere or like an underground labyrinth, then that might even be harder. So I'm going to assume it's a goop monster or something eating people.
I have to pee, so
Likewise,
let's
actually.
take a very quick
That's
break
what the
and
goop
go and
monster
do
was
that
saying.
sort of thing. And we'll be back in a couple, and we'll see what happens with this goop monster.
In all my years of being a rap star, I have never profited until tonight. Got out of the Navy, V-painted white D, showing up that punk bitch album William Barclay. Back to the West Coast, house rap I rap and boast. Hate UAC, work with me, making commies toast. Mama was a Quaker, said never be a faker. Pious as a saint, till I make your lady shake her. Money make a gala, take a break, I'll break it down for y'all. The presidents and the residents, you bitches know I did it all. Breaking China like a bull, y'all. Knocking on that great wall. Foreign policy, got animals are being free fall. Music road, drugs control, so you're so feeling bold. Do what I can in Vietnam and turn the war in back cold. Making friends with Brezhnev, soldiers are being left in the dust in Fiat trust. Apollo lambs above us. Went to the moon with faking. I hope there's not a break in a water giggles on my plate. Might not have put the tape in. Alright. It's good to be back on top. I'm the coast. House rep, I rep and boast. Hate you a scene with me, making cum is toast. Mama was a Quaker, said never be a faker. Pious as a saint till I make your lady shake her. Money make a gala, take a break, I'll break it down for y'all. The presidents and the residents, you bitches know I did it all. I can China like a bull, y'all. Knocking on that great wall. Foreign policy, got animals are being free fall. Music road, drugs control, so you're so feeling bold. Do what I can in Vietnam and turn the war in British cold. Making friends with Brezhnev, Soviets are being left in the dust in Fiat trust. Apollo rhymes above us. Went to the moon with faking. I hope there's not a break in a Watergate on my plate. Might not have put the tape in. Oh, yes. It's good to be back on top. I'm the trickiest of dickiest. My pomade is the slickiest. Nicknames on your lips, so impeach my ass, then kiss it. I'm quitting cause I'm bored. Pardoned by your Ford. But how the fuck say ain't no truck OTMZ till 74? Agnew, bring the bitches. R.I.P. the Gipper, gone too soon. In all my years of being a rap star, I have never profited until tonight. Got out of the Navy, V-painted white D, showing up that punk bitch album William Barclay. Back to the West Coast, house rep, I rep and boast. Hate you, a scene with me.
Be right back.
We're back. So about these dangerously big thighs.
I like big thighs, so I'll
Yeah,
do a lot of
sure,
We're
split.
back.
He can
Big thighs.
You were the brothers Kent in there.
I can.
When a girl wants
So
to
what
find
would you
out
like to do with Vada?
Can I send them in the in the top of the tower? I want to try to locate father.
Father into your hands. I
Okay.
commend my raven.
So you're going for the collapsed tower, or
It's obviously going to be in the collapsed tower, Angus. Under it, I should say.
well, I'm talking more about
gooping about.
ingress routes.
Is there a window or something in the top, like the fancy spot of the building?
There's a number of like holes in some of the roof areas.
Okay. Well, if there's a hole in
And,
the
yeah,
roof
so-
somewhere, I'll go in there. That seems like something a bird might do.
God.
Okay. As you fly up into the roof, you are. I mean, there's a number of areas. Where would you like to sort of try and head in, just so I can sort of describe the right places to.
The place with father in it. Yeah, like whatever might look like a bedroom or like a cathedral, maybe.
Casimir
very
pokes
different
Delilah.
Yeah, so pick whatever one you want, Angus.
Not for a cult.
It's either the one bed set or the cathedral.
So there is sort of like a, I suppose, central vaulted, almost sort of cathedral Notre Dame-esque portion towards the rear of this keep, and sort of not Notre Dame-esque in the sense that you've got a long nave and then sort of like the big stone arches that jut off it that try and keep it upright. Does that make sense? Am I describing that in a way that gives anyone sort of any visual representation?
Maybe.
Is there a hunchback? Called father.
Casimir pokes Delilah, by the way.
Okay, I'll hop out for a second. Yeah.
If you need me, I don't need to do any shitting this time. I have wyvern poison now, so if you need.
So these
That's a weird
jutty
flex,
outfits
Casimir.
off the side of it, and you fly into there. It is almost cathedral-like. There's sort of a wooden walkway sort of quite high up where you enter, and there is a wider secondary walkway lower down. But this is one vaulted chamber from the very ground floor to the roof in this portion of the building, and it's very much laid out sort of like a church. You have at the very top end of it, like an ornate chair on a stone dais, and then laid out in 2 rows facing each other are a series of 8 smaller, less ornate chairs. And beyond that, rows and rows of benches all facing forward towards these 9 chairs.
Okay. What is father there?
You don't see it's empty. There is no one in this chamber.
If Fade leaves and then goes into like the bedroom or wherever his private quarters might be, I'm just trying to locate him, and then maybe if he's eating something? ?
Okay, roll me a. First of all, I'll take a stealth check for Vada.
Yeah. 21.
21. Okay.
This owl is on fire.
And then I'll take a perception check.
That's on fire.
Okay.
Damn.
So just sort of leave it, the chapel-esque portion of this keep is it's vacant, and all the doors leading into and out of it are closed. As you fly Vada back out through the hole in the roof, back and start looking for another ingress point on one of the lower floors. You find that there are a number of bed chambers. They are fairly simple. Some are slightly larger than others. You see you can only get sort of access into a couple of these rooms through sort of access points through the holes in the roof. But in the eastern wing, the rooms are larger. It seems to be a single bed to a room. There's some basic furniture in there. In the eastern wing, there is a kitchen and a series of almost more sort of like bunkhouse rooms. And in there, you see that there are a few of the red-robed individuals which are resting and going about their business. Some are reading. You don't see anyone who you think would be
Nobody with
leader.
daddy energy. Okay.
No, but nobody with daddy energy. No.
Okay. Yeah. A type of daddy energy. I'll well, I'll have him fucking just fly out and get somewhere safe then. Gazmir, do you have any ideas?
Violence.
I don't know. We're
Okay.
eating later, and I think he's coming, right? So
So we drink the Kool-Aid.
Probably.
I think when we meet him, once he leaves, let the Raven follow him. Find out where he goes to. That's a good start.
I'm a little worried if he's starting like a like a ceremony or some nonsense. It seems like they're gearing up for something. So if that ceremony happens,
Cults are always getting up for something.
yes, but if the magical cult, then we could be dealing with something a lot worse if we wait around.
My legs hurt.
Do we want to get up and get some exercise?
Yes.
With some trickery, I might be able to get us into the castle.
Okay.
Or we could fight our way into the castle.
Maybe. How many steps up to castle we could do? Running
I wish
up
we
and
were a
down the
more stealthy
steps.
party.
Has everyone here seen Rocky?
Rocky was good friend of mine back in the home caves
You think it's a Goliath?
in
though,
Philadelphia.
in West Philadelphia, born and raised.
Running up steps is how I spend most of my days. At this point, the sky is starting to darken, and the colors are changing from sort of blues to purples and oranges. At which point, the same long, dark-haired individual with the red robe and the gold clasp on their robe. I'm changing it from chain because while it is a chain, it is a clasp that's just holding their robe together, closed. It's not like a full-on wrapper chain. Reappears at the on the balcony above the main door. Children of Durab,
Hello.
dinner is served. The doors below him open, and as soon as the same guy who sort of had gestured you in or had welcomed you in at the main gate. Ushers and other people, the elderly and the young people. As soon as he appeared on the balcony, they seemed to recognize what was coming and started moving towards the main door of the keep and start filing in as the door opens.
Casimir just wants to like sneak a whisper to Delilah. If we need to later on, we can always have the Goliaths create a distraction in front of the castle, so that a lot of people will rush to the walls and observe from there.
I could give the word.
In the castle.
I think
Yeah,
your
like,
distraction would be killing father.
That would be a good.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
distraction.
like later on, if it's like if there's like an opportunity of it more, if we need it because of something, and it pulls away a bunch of people from the keep or something, like.
But we could pull, like, we have a net of Goliaths, right? But if we took like a small party of them to not sacrifice too much integrity for the net, we could have them assault the front keep, distract everybody, and then we could basically.
All I
pincer
mean is
from
just
inside.
posture as a big group of Goliaths in front of the castle. It's like, oh, what they're doing there, right? It's gonna be like, oh, to arms, like, is this a siege? Like,
We could hold the head of that guy they killed.
yeah.
Um,
They probably
could just
killed
look
the
like a
other guy as
siege.
well.
probably. How about we can have them attack right now, or then like as soon as we see father, we could jump him.
I think we need to do a little bit more digging, find out more things first.
Okay.
There's food.
I
in
think this
there.
is an option for later.
If you guys are especially keen on it, I'm getting more and more detritus with it, just wanting to smash it.
Smash.
There'll be time.
Maybe we wait till we see father, because if we
Yeah,
eat
I
him,
just
I mean
want to
kill
find out
him,
what's
I
going
mean
on here.
get rid of him, then
You could do all.
I can be the new daddy.
Okay, I send Vade off to the Goliaths. Just to hang out.
Okay.
More blood.
But it splits off through the sky, and as he's sort of flying off, and you see him flying off, you see vats seem to start streaming out of some portions of the roof
Oh,
and
it's a
the
vampire
tower.
lord.
Again.
Any hint, I'll go immediately to the end.
And do you follow into the what appears to be a dining room based on where everyone else is headed?
Hmm. I think so.
Okay.
Grubs up.
And you follow in, and it's a large chamber, probably 160 foot by 60 foot ish. So there's a arched is probably a curved entryway into sort of this initial chamber, and there are long tables set up with benches already sort of laden with food. You can see coming through a door on the far wall over towards the left-hand side, there are people emerging from there carrying trays of meats and vegetables, bread, cheese, all sorts of delectable deliciousness, and people are sat and have started to eat.
Can I sniff
At the
it?
far end, you can
Is
and
it poison?
roll me a perception check.
Sniff. Jesus Christ.
Smells like food. You've been rolling a lot of doubles. That's what, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
3 doubles.
But
That's...
I don't like
It's
five
a lot.
rolls.
It's a lot.
quite a bit.
Oh yeah, that's like
When you look
a
at the
significant
chances,
portion
it's
of your
quite a
rolls.
bit.
Yeah, double natural ones. That's got to be pretty low on the odds
had a-
scaling.
Oh, yeah.
If you had $1 for every double, it would only be $3, but it's still weird that it's happening.
Yeah,
More-
it's
more
still weird
dollars than
that
I
it's
got at the moment.
$3, right? It's not one.
That's annoying.
Sounds like you are ill prepared for your trip to America.
Got a strip out way across.
I mean, it definitely smells like food.
Okay. I think this is food, guys.
And you see that the others around you are all tucking in, tearing into bread. They're laughing and versing with each other, and as the familiar clink of tankards and not glasses but cups.
Casimir wants to like test the food.
That I
Pulls
crackle and
his-
break up there.
So
Pulls out his
Um,
lab.
yeah,
set.
Casimir wants to test the food. Just like smell. Like
Lick it.
is
Okay.
it funny?
Eat
Is
it.
it normal?
Wait a few hours.
Okay, roll me a. Sorry, we want to go for a perception check, a survival check, and what do you think?
I mean,
Be
it makes sense that Casimir would
my
be
survival's
cautious
very
about the
good.
food being adulterated, given what he did to the farm.
My survival's high. If
But he got survival. I had to do perception.
if I'm called to roll survival, I roll survival.
You specifically said you were sniffing it.
Yeah, sniffed and a little taste, like a little lick, little like.
It's all perception. Get it
So-
over with.
Swab it
Feel
behind-
it.
swab
Yeah,
it behind-
let's
behind
just
the ears,
go with a perception check. Let's just do that.
Okay.
Throw it at the wall to
12.
see if it sticks.
12.
Investigation
it-
in the messiest types.
It's not overly well seasoned,
With poison.
but it seems to be passable. It doesn't make your tongue tingle when you lick it. It doesn't
Giggly.
smell funny. In fact, sort of being on board a ship for best part of a week and then sort of traveling and camping again for a night. This is the closest to a tavern cooked or home cooked meal that you've had in quite a long time.
Okay. Cool.
Smells
I
good.
devour it.
I've got a silly idea.
Mm,
Does anyone else have any more bits before I do it?
I am out of bits.
Okay.
I look forward to seeing your bits.
Casimir eats.
Can you
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The
I'll
food
Death
is.
save.
Are there mashed potatoes?
They can be mashed potatoes, yeah.
Or I get a whole big ass plate of just mashed potatoes.
Nice.
And then seeming
I
like
succeeded, death save.
a crazy destitute woman is a little out of her mind. Delilah is just going to take like a butter knife and then start etching into the mashed potatoes. For about 10 minutes while everyone's having their fun and eating. And I am ritually casting detect magic in the mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. My
Yes.
best
In your mashed potato.
You just need to create lines, right? It's not
schizophrenic. You just
You then just
Yeah.
roaring.
Play
pour a
with
bit of
food,
gravy
drawing
in
on the
to make
potato.
lime.
It fills
Yeah.
in the rooms. Glows.
It's like one
I
of those
like
blood
that.
bloodgate things that we had before, but with potatoes and gravy
but more delicious,
and
yeah.
delicious. Then
Unless you're a vampire, in which case it's the other way around.
hey, vampires love mash too. Everyone loves mash.
Okay, good. Well,
Okay, as Delilah's sort of ritually muttering away to herself as she's somatically casting
Who the hell are you?
magic through mashed potato.
The best spell focus ever.
Okay.
it's just verbal and somatic, so I'm bobbing around.
Yeah.
I just look like that crazy person on the
10
street.
minute
We've all seen him. in
range 30 feet of you.
All the food starts glowing.
No, none of the food glows. In fact, you don't pick up anything really. Not within the range that it extends to.
Okay. Any
Um,
magic bitches in my 30 feet of me?
Bitches.
Any of the gold chains or father walking around?
Yeah, there are probably 3 of the gold chain guys, and they are gathered at one table on the far left-hand side of the room. You do pick up that. You pick up magic people, or just
Items.
the bear's magic?
Oh, do they have
Yeah, just,
like
Visible
spell
creature or object in the area that bears magic. So you would. Does that give you like the ability to sense the innate magical ability of people as well, or is that just object?
I don't
I'm not
think
sure. I've never read that bit.
so.
Okay, who knows? But as far as objects go, do they have any magic items on them?
No. No
Are those-
items are pinging.
No, like spell focuses or anything?
Oh.
Yeah? Question mark?
And I guess I'd interpret that as if someone has a magical effect on them, you can see it.
Gotcha.
Rather than
That makes
a
sense.
natural, like, are they a spellcaster?
Yeah,
I think that's
then
it.
just a magical, or if they've under the
Just
effect of a
Googling that.
spell, it would pick it up.
And to be fair, like Delilah
like
at the
if-
moment with mage armor.
I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
say,
Mage
I
Armor's a
think
good
if,
example.
like, say someone was invisible, for example, you could maybe see a thing of, like, it was an illusion or whatever
Them,
the school of magic.
Yeah.
But,
Like,
you
only
wouldn't
them
be able
are
to
in
see
that
the
predator
person, but
vision.
you would just see
You,
the
you,
glow.
you can't see them, but you can see
Everything
their
around
outline.
them.
Like the status that's affecting them, I guess the magic.
It's like health.
Why
Yeah.
is that blob in the shape of Carl?
So you could detect spells essentially, right?
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Detect magic, you could
So it's like a
Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
cheap see invisibility, isn't it? Really?
Kind of, but like you can't
Kind
actually
of feels
Within
like
30 feet.
invisibility should have some
who
kind
it is
caveat for
or
that.
anything, right? You
detect
just see the school of it.
Yeah, I mean it's powerful in niche situations, but I mean so
Yeah.
is everything. It's also concentration, which is really annoying, and only leads to 10 minutes. So it has plenty of
Yeah,
limitations on it,
it's not as good as CC invisibility.
which lasts for like an hour,
Yeah.
probably in concentration.
And it lets you see it rather than just see a glow. It's like, is this an invisible person or is this something else? You know, like,
Aurora
just a guy in
Borealis,
fancy sheet.
concentrated entirely in your kitchen this time of year at this location.
I know that's a meme,
Can
but
I
I only
see
know
it?
it from like
No.
Topuri, so it's very amusing. You know it.
It's a Simpsons episode.
What are those spell foci?
Fuck you. Carl,
Is
it's
it
kind
like
of
the
creepy that
little-
you just
It's-
had
it's
your back
okay.
turned to us for a while.
oh no, I
Gives you
realized
sort of the
I
same
didn't fold
vibe
my
as like
clothes away.
like a religious symbol, but isn't one that you recognize.
I'm done now anyway.
Is it magic though?
I mean, it's their spell casting focus in that
Okay.
sense.
So I can identify the, cassette players they have on the chest as
Yeah,
spell foci.
big clocks.
Yeah.
And actually, in that sort of sense, you pick up that it's not just the guys with the gold chains that are wearing these. There are probably about a half dozen others who have sort of a silver equivalent that also are given off some.
Okay, they're not werewolves.
Can I get the School of Magic? And you learn its School of Magic, if any.
I'm not sure. Do focuses have a school of magic?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that means they're all foci, right? They're not like.
Yeah,
enchanted
no
things or
one,
anything?
no one is carrying anything that is enchanted.
Okay.
However, sort of towards the end of the meal, and how long does the ritual casting of detect magic take?
It takes 10 minutes, and the spell lasts 10
minutes.
minutes.
So as you're
20-minute
coming
ordeal.
towards the end of the duration of the detect magic, the doors on the far end of this chamber open, and a very large human steps through the door.
Like detritus large or just big for a human?
Big for a human, not quite detritus large. I mean, how tall's detritus?
Like 7 foot or something, I don't know. He's big.
Yeah, I mean, it's
7 foot
he's
12.
big. We're talking sort of like 6'5", 6'6". So
Seems like
you know,
Casimir size, maybe slightly bigger.
yeah, and
Casimir's tall.
on the wide side as well.
6'4".
You get sort of just as the detect magic spell duration comes to an end and he comes through the door, you get a ping off the armor that he's wearing. It would be I don't even know what the school of magic for that would be.
You could just give me the
Like a
name.
protective
Abjuration.
abjuration aura going off it.
Okay.
It opens the door and then just turns and walks back through it as the meal starts coming to a close and plates start being cleared. The red-robed individuals, both the ones with the gold, the silver, and those that have no additional adornments to their robes, stand, and the gold and silvers make their way in through the door as the others start ushering people towards what you know through your foray with Vada to be this cathedral-like chamber.
So they're ushering everybody into this chamber?
They are
The
indeed.
detritus will follow, picking up any food that anyone hasn't eaten along the way and eating it.
Okay.
You make your way into the chamber. Find yourself a spot on one of the benches.
In the
At
back,
the
like
moment,
cool kids.
all of the chairs at the front are still vacant.
Detritus was
He
set up
spits
front.
when he talks. It's awkward.
And
Specifically, Detritus wants to sit as close to the front as possible. Even if it is getting dirty looks for taking up someone else's seat.
Fuck them. They should already be here if they're that important.
If you don't come prepared to
just
learn, you're wasting everyone's
did you say
time.
Detritus is trying to take one of those seats?
Yes, he's going to walk right to the front and sit down in the closest seat.
I think Kazim wants to see somewhere.
Okay.
You should maybe spread out a bit in case something...
The one of the red robed individuals just tells you in no uncertain terms that you are not to sit in one of those seats.
Oh. Specific, I not sit in these seats.
No, well, new to this order.
My
Take a seat on the
hearing
bench
not
and
so good, Sonny.
feel free to take a seat on one of the front benches.
Okay, I won't sit on the seat here then.
And as
Okay, can I sit in the aisle, please?
yeah, in the aisle on
at the front. Level
at the front.
As front
Within
as it is
striking
possible.
distance. If Casimir's in the back, I'll be in like the opposite corner of the back. If we want to
Okay,
split
so
out.
you pick up opposite
I
corners
don't
of
think
the
too
back
far,
row
but-
and Detritus right at the very front.
Put Casimir in the middle.
Actually, yeah, I'll
Carl.
just pick a corner. Yeah.
Or,
Huh?
Did you want Casimir in the middle or at the back?
I don't know. I'll just go for a back corner. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll
Unless
say
they say otherwise, I'll be pinging message over to Casimir every now and then, just giving him the opportunity to talk back to me. If I get a little annoying, I'll just go like "bing" until you can talk if you feel like talking back
Hey.
every minute or so.
You just start bitching about like people's hairstyles and stuff.
Look at these ragged bitches. And
So,
I'm not talking about the
um,
ragged people.
the chamber itself is fairly dimly lit. There are sort of sconces that line the walls. There's a couple of alcoves with statues in them. And actually, as you come, just to give you a bit more of a description, as you sort of come through these double doors into a narrow corridor before it opens out into this main chamber, there was doors that were closed on the left and right as you came through this corridor. And the first of the alcoves on the left and the right, as the room opens out, there's another set of doors. And again, based on Delilah's foray with Vlada, you would understand that those lead to what amounts to sort of the bedroom chambers of on the east and the western wings of this keep. And once the benches are all filled and the cooks and those who have been clearing the tables filter in and take up of the last spaces, sort of glance around, and you've got a couple of the rows have got the gold guys. In fact, Detritus, one of them is sat next to you on the front row of these benches, and a couple of the others are sort of just standing on the perimeter. You hear sound of the double doors closing, and the two doors either side of the corridor as you came in open, and you sort of turn and look back, you see 6 individuals, including the guy, the armor, the large guy. There's the human in the armor. There is a female dwarf. Again, all of these are in long, flowing, deep red robes. These ones all have like a ruby clasp closing their robes. There's 2 other humans, another male and another female, and then a half-elf female and a halfling male. Filter in, make their way along the aisle before taking the 6 seats closest to the dais. After a few moments, hers is tailored, as is the halflings, to be an appropriate length for their height. There's almost like a sound of reverence and awe as another figure emerges from the left-hand door, and where everyone else is in sort of these matching deep red robes, is in one that is a very similar color, but it almost shimmers in like an almost iridescent way. He's an elven man with long blonde hair. He has a bronze crown on his head. I mean, if you think sort of Thranduil from The Hobbit, sort of like tall and lithe and pale with all sort of white blonde hair. And while everyone else's robes are sort of almost at floor level, his drags along the floor behind him. And he Snape walks, but slower, up the aisle and up to the central chair, where he sort of swishes around and sits, casts his eye across the gathered individuals, and you just get this overwhelming aura of reverence from everyone within the chamber.
On
And he
pings, you hear Casimir go, "Whoa!"
Noted.
Casimir's in love.
I'll tell Detritus. Casimir says, "Whoa."
He just looks back like,
What is happening?
what the hell does that mean?
Fuck, I don't know.
Can
Does anyone have-
I respond to Delilah? So, you want me to do the thing I do?
And he stands up.
You want to cast call?
Delilah's coordinating the attack. With a mind.
He stands up, and as he stands up, all of the sconces immediately go out, plunging this room into darkness. And
They've still got eyes on him. If he does anything, fuck you.
around his crown, you start to see sort of sparks appear, and his hair start to blow in the wind, just illuminating his face in just this incredible, just dramatic and stagecrafty way, before the sconces all relight.
How far away from him am I out of interest and completely unrelated to anything else?
You are, assuming you're there at the aisle, about 30 feet away.
Interesting.
And how far back are we? Like in the corners, like?
From where you guys are, direct line 75 feet.
Oh, pretty big. Okay,
Why, thank you.
should have sat closer.
Ping a message to Detritus and say, if you want to fight, give me 30 seconds before you act.
Detritus. That's the one after 20, right?
How high can you count?
110, 210, 310. That is 30. I learned it.
Good.
Okay, just give me a little bit of heads up before you start swinging.
Oh, you sneeze and then I do it. As a signal. I just hope no one else here sneezes before then.
I'll just tell you to go if you
Guy
want to
next to
go.
him sneezes. It's like, ah.
Fuck.
Just like, Delilah, your disguise is so good.
That was the other side of the room. What are you talking about?
Okay, you talk in my head when you want me to do it, okay?
Alternatively, when you want to go, just give me a little bit of heads up.
I don't know how to do okay, I do that.
Well, you guys are sort of muttering to each other in your heads.
I'll ping you with
The-
a message and you just respond back.
The gentleman at the front in the iridescent robes has stood and is addressing the crowd. And he sort of gestures to Detritus and he sort of glances back and to Delilah and to Casimir and welcomes the new children to our fold.
Hello.
Praise
Told-
Jesus!
Hello, Papa.
This is the silently as he has
Are
been
you
the whole
my new
time.
daddy?
They call me Father. I am the leader of this organization. And yes, I will
Meaty clap.
Yes,
For
you may call me
Detritus.
keep you safe and welcome you in to the arms and bosom of our family. And as is our custom on the eve of the arrival of new members of our family, we'll be selecting a number of you to ascend.
I think to try to ask send where.
Oh. Father, hello. I have a question. Where?
And you can see him
Where?
sort of interruptive, sort of mid flow of his sermon, and
What clothes
He
I
looks
need
down at
to
you.
bring? I only have 3 loincloths. You sending us somewhere cold or hot?
no,
I have
we will
this thing
not
with
be
temperature.
going anywhere. And you are still new to our family.
Oh, I like to
Spend some time and before you are chosen for ascension.
Okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. Thank you, Father. You're very kind to take my question.
You're very welcome, my exceptionally large friend.
Oh,
Now,
The
there are
I kind of like
always
it, guys.
the opportunity for particularly exceptional people to make themselves available and to make themselves useful to our family. The chosen, and he gestures to the 6 in the chairs, all demonstrated particularly exemplary and exceptional skills and abilities. Do you consider yourself to be an exceptional Goliath?
I think all Goliaths good, but I may be particularly good Goliath sometimes.
Like you couldn't say exceptionally, but you could say particularly.
He doesn't know what it means.
Particularly.
Angus, are the chosen different races?
They are, yes. So the large human, the dwarf and lady, two other humans, again male and female, and then a halfling man and a half elf lady.
2 other humans?
Yeah. So there are 3 humans, 2 male, 1 female, 1
Okay, so
dwarf,
they're not all different
female.
races.
There's like one.
No,
of
not all with different races. They are probably
Yeah.
It's just a mix.
probably
See, that's why I find
roughly
English to be
proportionate.
bullshit. Because both what I said and what English thought I said
Yeah.
were completely valid answers to like communication.
Yeah, probably proportionate to like population distribution in general.
Really nice.
Like,
Yeah. So like the odd person here there, but like that's like the odd.
No-
person.
nothing,
curious
nothing
if
out
you
of
had,
the
like-
ordinary.
Mostly just.
yeah,
It is
and
you
you're
want to
roughly
collect one of each people.
Yeah.
you roughly if you look around at the rest of the crowd, you know the layout or the distribution of races is roughly similar. And there's sort of a weighting towards
There's
the humans
Like
with
collectors.
elves, elves, dwarves, and sort of half elves dotted around. You don't see any dragonborn. There's a couple of halflings, and you see sort of 2 or 3 gnomes.
In trench coats. They tried to will say,
Standing on each other's shoulders.
for example, I think I am. It looks around the room. Definitely the strongest in the family now. Meaning no disrespect to anyone else. He kind of glares at the big guy in there. Well, not glares, but like a bit of a smug. The big
Okay.
guy on the stage.
That is good to know. And in the coming days, we will see if that is true. If that is the case, then who knows? Maybe you will find yourself seated amongst the ascended.
They look
Chosen.
like good seats next to father.
They are exceptionally comfortable, I am told.
Isn't sat in them.
Ho, 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 ho.
He sort of sits back now. Mine is exceptionally comfortable. Now.
As I should believe.
Next time Delilah pings
Ping.
Casimir, I want
Yeah.
this seat.
Do you want to take it?
Yes, fine.
Like now?
When
Do you
we
want to
keep-
take it?
No, no. When we keep this as our house, I want that seat.
Delilah, next time you ping the Tritus, you just hear him trying to pronounce exceptionally in his head wrong over and over again. Exception. Accessional.
Essentially.
Damn it, the Tritus, you don't want them to think you're thick. Singingly good. That's close enough.
Delilah starts to help you like pronounce it, just break it up in the different completely ignoring this cult leader.
I'm getting smarter. My brain is helping for once.
My brain
Yes, it
knows. The Tritus doesn't know.
Damn it, brain. You betrayed me for the last time. You'll never be in team player.
God.
And whilst this is all sort of going on, you know, the conversation goes on. He's continues to be exceptionally charming and converses, and each of the offers the opportunity for individuals to come up and see him and speak to him personally, and other members of the congregation do sort of start making their way up and having whispered conversations with with Father in his chair. He's almost like holding court. And there's a lot of sort of, I suppose, gentle like hand on head and just stroking of faces and smiling and thoughtful nodding as they talk to him, and words are said, almost to a man as they turn to their seats. There's just a smile on their face.
Can Detritus get up? And can he try and
Yeah.
catch Delilah's eye as he does? Very subtly. As a kind of get ready.
Oh.
Oh,
shit,
okay. Can I also get up then? And then have all the 6 returned to the seats?
So yeah, the 6 are all in their seats. So they
Nice.
sort of walked in first and took their seats, and then Father followed in behind.
As Detritus goes up to do whatever he's doing, then I'm just gonna get next to the wall, but where I have a clear line of sight on all 6 of them.
Casimir's
I
sad.
tell you what.
I'm not going to attack straight away. Just for your graphics performance notification.
What?
What?
Where are we?
Darkness.
Are we meant to be seeing something?
I see
You
that.
will do in a
Darkness
second.
enveloping me. All that I see.
Darkness is all I see.
Hello,
Darkness, my old friend.
Singing slightly different songs, but it's fine.
Detritus took his loincloth off. It's fight time. He doesn't like to feel
I
distracted.
don't know if this is working or not. I'm trying to reveal areas, and
Is your movement too
it would
fast?
help if I fucking put you guys on.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it would.
I've always pictured Delilah's having a big dick. Like, surely it wouldn't help to have that fucking thing flopping around mid combat.
There we go.
I
Like,
think
tactically
No, no.
speaking,
You-
behind the
you-
loincloth.
Use it as an extra weapon.
Sure.
I can't tell if Casimir has a huge or tiny one.
I think we all know the answer to that, Carl.
I mean, it's a fantasy land call. You can have whatever you want.
He has 2.
Let's go for a
Like
tiny one because I don't
serpentines.
know what that's like.
Yeah, just so I can
You can live in a land of
experience something
make-believe.
like that.
Yeah, it is fantasy after all, right?
Yeah. Be whatever I want, whatever my wildest dreams could give me. I want a tiny penis.
That's all I ever wanted.
A bald man with a tiny penis. I can dig it.
Like he's a huge human. Like
Is it proportionally tiny, or is it tiny for
I know.
like
I
normal
can't
human?
quite work
I
out
guess
what's
for his-
going
yeah,
on.
it's probably average.
Angus is like, I can't quite work out how big Casimir's penis is.
Yeah,
I need to roll
think
some
try
dice.
it.
I will return.
Sorry, trying to play 1 second, because
So roll a
Rework
d20 for
probably.
Girth.
Sure. Yeah,
D4
Carl,
for
do that
length.
right now. All 2d20s, one for girth, one for length.
That could come up with some
Why?
really
Oh,
weird
let's go.
results.
Yeah, exactly.
Good, yeah. Wait.
It's like a
length?
fucking tuna can.
20 or more.
Okay. Average. And good.
Okay, so that's girth. What's length?
Okay, that's so like kind of
Yeah,
average.
not
Kind
bad.
of average. Kind of average.
Anything?
This
if
is a
anything,
stream
that's
about
great.
D&D.
Yeah, obviously. I was literally
Welcome.
watching another like D&D show, and it's all 30 and 40-year-olds, but they're all just they're just talking about dicks and
Just
whatnot.
immature. That sounds
And
about right.
how low sagging are they?
Low sagging.
Not all that. Kind of,
So
respectable.
Casimir's fine.
just
Kind
a
of
very
middle of the
nice
road.
shape. Yeah, nice middle of the road. What you expect, what you would.
If the length
Yeah.
is in inches, you're doing quite well. In fact, I would argue that's
Sure.
probably the best result because you don't want a 20-inch.
If
Oh,
the
that would be
if-
so
if
annoying.
I was
the-
thinking
if the girth is in
the-
inches, then you're in a bit of trouble.
I was
Yeah.
thinking 10 being the actual average, but
Okay.
sure.
So, wait, what do you think an average penis is?
3, right?
Angus, please hurry up. with
But
the
my
math.
experience, I mean,
I'm just having some trouble. I
So
can't
is
quite
Carl
get.
by the sounds of it.
Understand why.
I mean, he seems to be come to terms with it. That's all you really need.
Hey, you do you,
Not-
Carl. We love and accept you no matter what.
Absolutely.
Right, I'm literally going to reveal this area. Nothing's fucking happened. Do I need to place fucking lights? Is that changing anything?
I see nothing. I see
Is the
nothing.
map meant to look like a cathedral? I take it.
But in the dark.
I've seen you ping.
Yeah, I saw the ping.
So
Just turn off the lights. Does it really matter?
I don't want to show you that everything. I want to show you the bits I want to show you. This is bullshit. Come on.
I will grab my chocolate. Ooh, wait. Let's see if these are stale.
How long have they been there, Carl?
Only a few weeks.
What year is it? When was lockdown?
Oh, they're good.
They're good.
It might be 2 weeks.
Are they hula hoops?
They are giant peanut
Fluff.
flips.
Flips. That's weird. That says something that
33%
looks
peanut.
something very American.
Yeah. It's it was American Week in Lidl.
Ah.
Hmm.
So, I mean, they have the giant
Come
marshmallows.
on.
Doesn't look very American. How quickly would those give you cancer?
Already got 5.
And the vision that was planted in my brain remain.
Giant bag.
That's what made it look American.
It's like
for
half
anyone,
a kilogram.
for anyone watching, we're
It's
trying
half a
to fix the
kilogram
map
of
while Carl's giving us a review
peanut
of his little American season giant peanut flips.
Little American is also the name of his penis.
giant peanut what?
God. Just watch Carl eat.
Well, as a bit of a filler for the air.
Please thank
Um,
you.
Yeah, we've got that road trip coming up in
Yay.
like less than a month. And in like 2 weeks, like just a few cities over from where you guys are flying in, a buddy of mine's having a drag show.
Like
but
the
it's-
cars or
it's-
the dresses?
The dresses. So I was just
God.
like so close, just like a day off and a city short, but
Mm.
almost had a good opportunity.
Oh, but just
I see
run
a name.
away.
Yeah.
And is that just $1?
That's fine, probably. I don't know.
It's fine.
I will use the opportunity to grab a drink because I'm empty.
Okay.
I won't be long.
Carl does have pants on. He's lied to us.
Ah, he's such a tease.
Such a slut.
So, if invisibility can be seen by a detect magic,
Mhm.
is there a way to just have detect magic constantly running? Like, could you get glasses
No.
to detect magic?
There's warlock invocations and whatnot, and they're probably all glasses, sure. But otherwise, you're going to be burning through all your spell slots really quick. So it only lasts for 10 minutes.
Angus, I can see and seemingly move my icon.
Excellent. Can you see?
I can't see
Anything
him. I can see
else?
the bar above his head.
I can move Detritus's icon too.
No! Get your hands off him.
Oh, I found Delilah.
He's too.
I can
pure
only
for
see
you.
them when I move them. Everything else is dark. That's Casimir.
Hello,
Ugh.
darkness, my old friend.
That's the middle, then Casimir should be
Why do
here.
our viewers go up when we're having map problems?
I know. Like, well, welcome to the shit show.
Hello.
Hello.
It is literally like revealed on.
I'll try refreshing. Maybe it's on us.
I'll also try refreshing. Just to.
No,
Could
it's
be
it's not because I just rejoined as player and it was all black on there as well. It's
I
been
did get
fucking
that
annoying.
graphic
Did you show us the
warning
map?
thing at the start. Yeah, can you? Does a different map work? Just to check that it's this particular one.
Let's
You're on
check
the
you
map
back on the.
the entire time. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Beach.
see. I can see the
This one looks bad.
beach. I killed that. I killed
Yeah.
that. I killed that. I killed that. I killed that.
Okay. What? Light thing. None. Don't put any lighting on there at all. Because I didn't need to.
I know what we can do. While we
Does
wait.
the lighting matter?
Well, yeah, because I don't want to show you the whole map. It's the whole point of being able to reveal things in.
Okay, I've got a little workaround that I've been using. Get like memes or whatever, put them on the map layer above your map, and then just move the memes whenever you want to like reveal anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Deslin, dear darling,
What?
did you ever play World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to play World of Warcraft Trivial Pursuits while we wait?
Sure. It's been a minute, but I can still probably ace most of it.
Okay.
I've got a great head for like lore, but not for my childhood.
I don't know. They seem pretty tough, and this also will be based off like 4 expansions ago.
Okay, perfect. Because that's about what I know. If you hit Dragonflight or the War Within, I won't be able to name
Oh no!
anything,
Before
but-
that, I think this was like right after Cataclysm or Pandaria. One of them. Alright,
So, like, yeah.
so like, how many major zones does Outland have? This is for
Which Outland? There's 2 Outlands now, baby.
the original.
Well, there's Hellfire, there's Zangarmarsh, there's Blade's Edge, Shadow Moon.
Oh, you're actually gonna do well.
Yeah. Netherstorm, and fucking the Terokkar Forest, I think was one of them. I've lost count of how many I've named.
you're on
If I name
7.
them all, will you give them to me?
Yeah. You've named them all, which is 7.
No, what was the plain area that the orcs come from? There's fucking Jesus,
That was
don't-
Didn't you list that one?
probably. What was that one?
It doesn't have all the set name of all 7, but
Okay,
well,
well, it's
that
just
was-
I've named it.
yeah. Hey.
Fucking, what is the name of that one?
Right.
I can tell you. Whatever. Okay,
So,
that's good enough for me.
but remember, we don't know exactly which expansion this is. Which alliance races can be shaman?
Yeah, we need. Well,
Imagine
if it's
all of
prior
them.
to like Cataclysm, then Draenei. And
Yep, that's one. There's 2
yeah.
more.
Oh, okay.
And this gives
In
me
that case, the
information
dwarves.
to spoil it that it's at least Mists of Pandaria.
Okay, so shaman, dwarves.
So Draenei, dwarf, and
What?
Yeah, Draenei, dwarf. Fucking
Mists of Pandaria.
Oh, if it's Pandaria's, then it's Pandaren.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Tonight's sponsor, Michael's cute palette coasters.
That's what they call it nowadays. Michael's cute
big.
palette.
Yeah.
Okay, night elf priestesses revere which lunar deity?
Not Saloon. That's D&D.
Wait, what are
Close.
you guys on about?
We're doing a Warcraft lore thing, and it's been years for me.
He's doing well.
Um,
I'm impressed.
they keep calling her the Moon Mother, but like,
You're
Todd
clo-
is the priest.
yeah,
and
you're
then-
close with Saloon.
It's not just Saluna, right?
Mm,
No.
no.
Damn. This is like such an obvious question too for anyone who knows the lore, but I'm 4 years out. Is it Saloon?
Ilun.
Ilun. Okay,
Right.
that's stupid.
What mount can be obtained by defeating Yogg Saron in Ulduar? I'll also accept a description if you can't remember the name.
I mean, is it the Deathwing mount?
No, Ulduar was a Wrath of the Lich King dungeon, wasn't it?
Yeah. So it wouldn't be Deathwing. That'd be silly. I don't remember. I never
See that chamber now?
fucked with way too much.
Murmuron's head. It's
Yay.
like the floating robot head.
Oh, right, okay.
And last question. Before their transformation, satyrs were members of which player character race?
I mean, night elves were fucking something at
Yeah,
one point or another.
Niles.
Okay, cool. It's fucking elves in Warcraft because they steal the lore from everything else. It's just like lore, fucking elves and every other thing.
Make it elves.
They're like fucking Eevees.
Eevee's awesome.
Cool.
Is there only that many people in the chamber, or are you? Still
No, there are
having-
more. I'm just.
Those are the ones that aren't cannon fodder.
Is this father up here?
Father, into
No.
your hands I commend my spirits. Right. If Angus is still
Father
fixing
looks like she works retail. Let's put it that way.
it.
She works retail.
Yeah.
Okay. Deslin. Northshire, Goldshire, and Eastvale Logging Camp are all found in which zone?
North Shore, East Shore, and Eastvale
And
logging camp.
Goldshire and Eastvale Logging Camp.
Oh. Well, if it's Goldchild, then it's Elwyn Forest.
Very good.
Oh, and Northshire is the starting zone. That's why I couldn't remember the name.
Alright.
Logging camp is just in the east, as you could probably imagine.
And a final question. Arthas did
Final
nothing wrong. Question. True or false?
No, he absolutely did so much wrong. Even if you view him as a tragic hero character, which he's basically just fucking Darth Vader. He still did so much shit wrong. I could read off a list of that motherfucker's sins.
Wicked have fun in America. Boring Kyle.
Little kids in America.
Oh, whoa.
When the void when the Call of the Void finally wins, we could just do while Carl's driving Warcraft trivia, and then when he passes out.
That's when the
Think about
real fun starts.
All right.
I'm gonna make real
Get
purr.
in space with just people.
The father's transition went really well. It
Sure.
looked like a retail lady, now looks like a elven pimp. He's kind of cut that ass crack forehead that Palpatine did.
Oh yeah,
Ask
I like her forehead.
That's
You know-
a good
you know
band
what I
name.
mean?
I like the concept. I like the image that phrase presents in your mind.
Well, I very nearly dragged the wrong thing into the map there, which would have been hilarious.
Why, Angus? What you got in stuff for us?
They're just people.
Who are the
So, yeah.
six?
Yeah.
What?
Where are the 6?
I didn't do tokens for them. I
Are they
forgot.
already dead?
Uh,
It will be pretty soon. So they're on the front row, right?
They tried.
yeah. So what? The 6 are here, 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 here. Come on. Yeah. Oh, the 6 closest chairs to father.
Okay.
So there was 2 free ones. So why didn't
Yeah.
There were 2 free ones, but you're not allowed to sit in them.
Oh, but they look so comfy.
They look comfy. Okay, well,
So, Detritus, you were making your way
I
up
would like
to,
speak to father.
as you make your way up to
and you
father.
gave the
and-
I'm starting shit head shake, right? Head nod. Yeah.
I'm
I'm
guessing
gonna-
let Casimir know as well.
Okay. Once he gives me the head shake, I'll start moving up. I'll ping Casimir that it's evidently go time. And then I'll ready a
What do you want me
spell.
to do? Go up or cover back?
You're the tactician. You figure it out.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I think you are technically our tactician.
Does the
just
just
asked-
wonders up that I do the
That was the way I built him. That
Okay,
was the
good.
intent anyway.
Chase your intent, baby. I'll ready a spell for like just before Detritus starts to swing.
Okay, what spell is it that you're going to ready?
Haste.
Haste. Okay. Mm. All right, so Detritus, you've made your way up to father.
Okay. I will genuflect down on like very kind of knee, then back up.
Say, thank you for what's that red line on the map? Father, I come with a request.
Speak, child.
There
I think
are,
Casimir would move up as well, actually.
in the world, there are many Goliath like me who are being treated very bad, and we have no place to go so far from our mountain home. Would you consider allowing more Goliath to come for safe staying?
All Goliaths would be more than welcome to come and join our family. They are all as capable looking as you. I'm sure can find many uses for them.
Many are strong like me. Others are less strong, but also good with many things, crafts, and we make good tools and things. We will be of
Casimir
use.
does a.
Anyway, about time for me to be hitting
No,
the
like to
dusty
get,
trail.
and he looks at Delilah.
Oh, it's that bitch.
Would this be time to get the Goliaths to approach from the front?
Good idea. Like,
That's okay.
I'll lean up against the wall and then just tell them I'll relay Casimir's message. To tighten the nets. To kill them all.
What's the range on your telepathic link to your familiar?
Like a mile. Da-da-da-da-da. Boop.
Boop.
Da-da-da-da. Oh, 100
100
feet.
feet.
Never mind.
Oh shit.
It's kind of like a
He
mile.
is beyond your reach to telepathically link to.
We don't need the Goliath anyway. It's fine.
Yeah, they're still doing the net thing. We just have to do it ourselves.
Just like attach a little paper to the familiar or something. I don't know.
I can't communicate with it though, so like I can't tell it to come back.
Oh, yeah.
And as
I
Detritus
thought
is
you
about
could
to
pass-
turn
oh, no, yeah,
away
okay.
Angus, he will rage and attack Father.
Okay.
No,
Well,
thank you very much, Father.
Let us, in that case, roll some initiative. And let's start putting some of
So
these
we are just
people on
killing
there.
this guy that seems nice.
He doesn't seem nice. Every word out of his mouth is, "How can I use this person in front of me?"
Yeah, and he's not even paying us.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
just a social manipulator. It isn't inherently
Oh,
bad,
come
but in his
on.
case, I have a feeling it's bad.
A 5? Really? Really?
It's okay, you got the surprise.
Surprise.
Yep. Okay. You didn't take the monster name off of him, Angus.
That's fine. I think you've probably all figured it out by now.
Yeah. The bats was
Based
just
on
big
based on the
enough to-
bats being the giveaway.
Vampire. Wait, do I still have
Can
holy
vampires
water?
like sap the lifeblood of the land around them? Because you were probably hinting with that one too. It just didn't connect in my mind.
Yeah, so all of the trees and shit being dead in the half-mile vicinity, and
Is it just
What
an
else was it?
aesthetic choice, or is it something vampires do?
no, it's within the region of the vampire's lair, within 500 feet, low hanging fog, an overpopulation of bats and wolves and rats, and
Yeah, you did set it up for us a little bit. I kill it. I kill it hard.
I didn't want to give it too I didn't want to give it away too
You
much.
didn't want him to come out going blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Welcome to
let me
the
drink your
light.
blood. Wah, ha, ha, ha. One.
That's my favorite like bit of lore
Three
from
new people,
vampires.
three.
IRL. They just love
They can't
counting.
count.
No, they like are OCD about counting. So the way you fight a vampire is you spill a bunch of rice on the ground, and then they have to count all the bits of rice.
That's just bullying autistic
What?
people.
That's probably where the lore came from. Yes.
It's been annoying. Does it do that?
It's the dark side of folklore because it always goes back to just being like, yeah, this person was a like had
This
a very
person's slightly different.
treatable thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they must
Yeah,
be a monster.
autistic people are just
Yeah, like-
vampires.
A couple oversized teeth and
Yeah,
Yeah.
just bad dental.
yeah, but then so he was
Hardly
just like,
blame them, huh? Fucking Middle Ages, baby.
This person really likes
He
counting
might have bit
toothpicks. They
someone
must want to
once.
kill me.
yeah, he might have bit someone once out of frustration or something. But
Well, no, it just sounds like he is actually a danger.
well, no, but that was like
People.
because someone really got in under his skin, you know, and he.
So-
He
someone-
got under
Yeah,
theirs.
someone tried to take away
It wasn't
his
his fault.
Sonic
It wasn't his fault.
plushie. Ah, God.
Try that again.
It's like Sonic
Just
Screwdriver, Doctor Who? No, Sonic plushie.
I mean, Doctor Who fits as well.
Yeah. Probably more realistic that a Doctor Who type character would be back there than a plushie of Sonic the Hedgehog. Which isn't something you know you ever think you got to think about when you wake up,
Vlad the
but
Impaler
technically
has
speaking,
had a Sonic plushie.
it's technically more likely a time traveler would meet Vlad the Impaler than Vlad the Impaler having a Sonic plushie. Statistically speaking.
I agree with your analysis.
Oddly enough, they're not like that far away from each other, but the time traveler does hypothetically have to have a thing for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Unless Sonic is like an elder god.
Possibly, yeah. I feel like there would be more iconography of Sonic the Hedgehog prior to like 1980 or whatever.
He's just unearthed by who was it that came out? It was by Sega. The Sega executive unearthed Sonic relic.
Yeah, from the deepest recesses
Yeah.
of his mind.
Just slowly went.
Okay.
mad. Yes.
So, what's some initiative going on?
Surprise attack, bitch.
But we will give you your attack before initiative kicks in.
Excellent.
Yeah, hasted attack,
So-
baby.
So that gives me 2 AC.
Feel-
Is that right?
Egg?
Yeah.
Son?
And an extra attack.
Ooh.
Fucking
And
whale on a
speed is
big.
doubled. Advantage on dex.
And your axe is magical.
It's good.
Do you add the +1 to your axe?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. How do I?
Yeah.
Plus.
We can always just remember to add one
Yeah,
too.
let's just add one because he may not keep it on forever. So actually, can I just keep that? It's only necklaceably attacking anyway, so may as well take the crit.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll be
I'm gonna-
raging just before I do it. Well, as I do it.
Okay, so you rage, you turn, you rage. Well, you rage, you turn, you swing.
So it's my first of 3 attacks.
Okay, all right. So let's go with your damage first on the first one.
And I'm doing it. Great weapon master take blood rage. Great axe.
Come to me, my child. Oh god, oh god. You just start smashing them.
Don't get the extra 2 damage for the blood rage great axe because I'm
come
above
to you.
50%. So okay.
This is how I treat parental figure. Nice.
You're not my real father.
Damn. So was that 16, 28, 31?
Yeah. For the first attack.
Nice.
Now that's a crit, but I've already used my bonus action, so I can't use that. That's fine. So I get 2 more attacks.
Hey, I got those crit cards.
Ooh,
Ooh, yeah, do
Positive
that.
crit cards too.
a friendly one, please, Disney.
Yeah.
My loincloth
There's crit
blows
fail
off in
and
the
then
breeze.
crit hit cards. Okay, so
People are
melee
cool.
weapon.
Melee weapon.
Knave to chops. Double damage.
Damn.
So what do you mean double damage? Like wait, so
Double
it's
damage.